Hello everyone, my name is Tikhon Pachin, and today I'm going to be presenting a PechaKucha on how to start a metal band. This is done for ECE49401, specifically for fall 2021, and I think this is a very good topic to present a PechaKucha on. To start a metal band, firstly you need to realize what exactly do you want to do with the band. So do you want to be a musician or a manager or etc.? I realized that I wanted to be a musician, and the first step is to learn an instrument. I've realized that I'm passionate about every instrument that I could put my hands on. Starting a band is a very pricey adventure because you do have to buy and invest a lot into the band. You have to buy a lot of things for the band, including guitars, drums, and etc. And a good guitar, on average, costs at least $1,000, so you need to have some money. Another very complicated issue that you see right off the bat is finding good musicians. Now, if you're lucky as I am, your brother is a drummer. If you're not, the three hardest positions to fill for a music band are definitely a drummer, a bassist, and a vocalist, from my personal experience. Right when you get your band together, you need to figure out what is your place to rehearse with the band. And one of the biggest steps is actually to build your rehearsal studio, which we've done in one of our garages that we own. Right when you get your garage set up, your rehearsal spot set up, the biggest thing that you would want to do is rehearse with the band. Now, my biggest advice for all of the bands is to rehearse at least 3 times a week, because this really improves your skill and how you sound together with the band. Another very important point when you stop rehearsing as intensely as you used to, when you learn the instrument and you actually play well with the band, you have to start recording your songs. Obviously you have to write the songs first, but recording is a very important point in a band's life. Right after you create the songs, right after you record the songs, another thing that you will face, another issue that you will face, is that you will need to release those songs. And to release the songs, what you need to do is you need to come up with the artwork for the songs, which is also very pricey, so you might have to spend some money here as well. After that, it is really important to promote your band. So one of the important things for the band is to do as many photo shoots as possible, just to keep the media flowing into your social networks like Facebook, Twitter, VK, and every social network you can possibly get your hands on. After that, when you have your first concert set up, one of the things that you might want to do is advertise your concert and advertise your band. So to get exposure, so that a lot of people see who you are, what you play, and get those people interested into listening to your band. When you have your concert set up, it's really important to bring all the pieces together. Like before the concert, you always have to set up the instruments, practice, and it's just a very complicated issue for most of the bands because you might want to be as efficient as possible with setting up the stage. You always have to keep your cardio at a high level, because every concert is like, honestly, it's like running a marathon. It takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of power from every musician to perform well on the stage. Every single show for a metal band must be a performance. It must be a show for people to remember, for people to come back. So one of the biggest steps in creating a metal band is definitely coming up with show elements that might interest the public. The audience is the thing that keeps you alive. You have to interact with the public, because the more you interact with them, the more they interact back and buy your albums, buy your merch, and etc. You live off your fans. You also might want to consider what you wear at every single concert that you have, because if you're in a metal band, you probably don't want to put on a pink t-shirt, pink boots, and a pink hat. You might want to put something a little more related to the genre. Sometimes you may face an issue of some bandmates not being able to perform at a particular concert, or some bandmates want to quit the band, so you might have to be very flexible with the position that you hold in the band. As for me, I was the lead guitarist, now I'm the singer. After you have created all of your songs, you've started to perform with your band and etc., you might want to consider to start shooting videos, because those are very important for people to see, for those people who cannot come to the concert but want to see you perform. Touring is how a musician lives. You must spend most of your time on the road, and you never know what type of a weather will you encounter in a different city, what type of people will you encounter, but this is what keeps it a lot of fun. For example, this is one of my favorite pictures where I went on a tour around the south of Russia. We visited this city called Saratov, and I took a picture by the bench that says that I love Saratov, because it was a wonderful city to play in, because the fans were just wonderful. And always remember that the most important part of having a metal band is to have fun. If you can see on the left picture, I'm just having a good time playing my bass. And if you can see on the right picture, this is actually my guitar, and I smashed it when I had the chance. Thank you for listening.